Between Hitman last year and now Twisters, Glen Powell is making a real habit of starring in my most surprising movie of the year. So let's find out why. My name is Ren, and this is my review of Twisters. Welcome back, film family, and thank you for once again joining me for a film full of twists that somehow is not directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Haunted by a devastating encounter with a tornado, a retired tornado chaser and meteorologist is persuaded to return to Oklahoma to test a groundbreaking new tracking system. As a quick frame of reference before we start with this review, I watched the original Twisters for the first time about a month ago. I had fun, it holds up quite well, but I personally have no nostalgic love for it. All my excitement for Twisters was because of who it stars and my curiosity for who it is directed by. And it surpassed every single expectation I could have had. To put it simply, Twisters rules. It is so much more than your conventional disaster film. Yes, it is a visual spectacle filled with action and adrenaline, with a predictable yet effective narrative, but it is Daisy Edgar-Jones and Glen Powell who stand out due to their charisma and chemistry, revealing the rich emotional depth of the story through their characters. And I am just as surprised as you are to learn that there is rich emotional depth to this story. From Dan Mendel's breathtaking cinematography to Benjamin Wallfish's heart-pounding score, there's an added layer of immersion and depth that draws focus to the humanity and altruism showcased in times of crisis to what may on the surface look like just another summer blockbuster. And this is one that doesn't reinvent the wheel, but surprisingly unravels a compelling story of facing our fears, overcoming guilt, and chasing into the unknown as a means to understand it. Like so many of you, I was just as intrigued and perplexed that Manari director Lee Isaac Chung had decided to take on this project, but having now seen Twisters, that Manari touch is palpable all through the film, as it smartly does not only use the sci-fi elements for the grand visual set pieces, but rather to criticize the political weaponization and exploitation of those most affected by natural disasters. It's an incredibly compassionate film that showcases it's not enough to stand on the sidelines, ignore disaster, and let it happen. It pleads us to grab that swirling, out-of-control bull by the horns and proactively wrestle it to the ground. A film that is not just set in the heartland of America, but thanks to a story credited by Joseph Kosinski, a big surprise to me that he had even worked on this film when the end credits rolled, clearly understands its spirit of community, its sense of collaboration, and pleads for compassion and humanity. These are the elements that most kept me on the edge of my seat, because as Twisters unraveled, I was caught by surprise by how much character work was present here. Thanks to Daisy Edgar-Jones and Glen Powell's excellent performances, they form an electric on-screen pairing, emanating old-school movie star energy with genuine, authentic chemistry. Glen Powell just plays a prick so well. He can be cocky, but still lovable, so it really doesn't surprise you where you see his character going and how effortlessly he pulls this dynamic off. Daisy Edgar-Jones just needs to be in every movie. She is such a force on screen. The way she conveys vulnerability with strength in equal measure is awe-inspiring to watch. She brings so much emotion to the film, knowing exactly how to level it at each moment, earning all those essential character beats with earnestness and authenticity, joined by an equally excellent ensemble that includes Katie O'Brien, Anthony Ramos, David Corenswet, and so many others. It's genuinely one of the funnest parts of Twisters, just like it was one of the funnest parts of the original Twister, is seeing all these other familiar faces coming together. Clearly, everyone is having so much fun making this film. taking us on this thrilling ride to combat the environment with set pieces that left me on the edge of my seat by seamlessly blending CG visuals with tangible practical effects. I was genuinely scared watching this film. I was genuinely afraid of the size, the magnitude, the power of these tornadoes. I was genuinely afraid for our characters. And marrying all these incredible elements is director Lee Isaac Chung, whose emotionally grounded approach makes this summer blockbuster one more than worth chasing, as to me, it is one of the most compelling big screen experiences of the year. Twisters is not a movie about tornadoes. It's a movie where tornadoes are happening, but it is ultimately a film about compassion, about human compassion, about seeing the best not only in ourselves, but in each other. I know it sounds shocking, but that's what Twisters is. I also really love how Glen Powell's character is a YouTube star. I just love this kind of a representation about seeing who he comes across as and what he actually does with his success and fame. That's just another success story in fiction, imitating what can very well be a success story in real life. But those are only my thoughts on Twisters. It's time for you to start the conversation about it in the comments below. Share your excitement for it. What are your thoughts on the original Twisters? Do you think this one could surpass it? Or have you already seen it? And does it surpass it? Anything and everything down there. If you're enjoying this review, there's many more like it right up here. Or if you just want to talk more movies and TV with me, this is the place to be. Consider clicking that subscribe button and you won't miss any future conversations on your favorite movies and TV. Twisters is fantastic. Chung's impeccable direction offers a compelling whirlwind of emotions through a humanistic story on survival's guilt, exhilarating set pieces. Powell's effortless charm is always welcome, and Daisy Edgar-Jones has an undeniable and powerful screen presence. We seriously need to get her in every movie ever. It's genuinely one of the best of the year and the biggest surprise of 2024. I'm giving Twisters an A-. Thank you so much for watching, Film Family, and thank you for all the support on the Long Legs review. Thanks to that video, there are so many new people on the channel. I hope you continue to enjoy the reviews. Big shout out to my channel members, and of course, I'll see you in the next one. So until then, love each other and love the movies.